Hold on to your convention badges, folks, because we're diving into the unpredictable world of Comic-Con with none other than the infamous, irrepressible Tophiachu. From the dusty trails of TikTok scandals to the hallowed halls of fandom celebration, Tofu's journey is as tumultuous as it is entertaining. Strap in, because what you're about to read is not just a saga of cosplay and celebrity sightings, but a dive into the chaos of life when dreams, reality, and financial woes collide head-on in a crescendo of comic glory. Here we go with the Comic-Con stuff, Tofu announced, brimming with irrepressible enthusiasm. Despite her oft-discussed financial instability, bouts of homelessness, and TikTok's unpredictable bans, the allure of Comic-Con proved irresistible. "I had enough to go," she declared, waving aside the skeptics who questioned her priorities. After all, who could resist the siren call of their favorite fandoms? But as Tofu prepared for her pilgrimage to this pop culture mecca, shadows loomed over her financial forecast. Days before, she had been live streaming, lamenting missed payments and a looming sense of instability. "It doesn't make sense," she admitted. Still, the thrill of attending Comic-Con overpowered any fiscal fears that may have whispered caution. Why did Tofu share such personal details online?
On top of that, I had to get a new battery for the other car, for my brother's car, and then, man, I had extra expenses I wasn't planning on having, but you know, that happens. But yeah, so that's not essential. Here we go with the Comic-Con stuff. I said,
perhaps it was the same compulsion that led her to livestream her daily trials, a desire to connect, to commiserate, and occasionally to crowdsource sympathy. As baffling as it was compelling, her narrative drew viewers into her complicated existence. The photos began circulating almost immediately. Tofu at Comic-Con, her expression a mix of curiosity and contentment amidst the chaos. "There was no denying it," she laughed later. "I was living the dream, even if people thought it was a nightmare." The public was flabbergasted, quick to criticize her spending choices amidst financial turbulence. Among the curious crowd at Comic-Con stood Tofu, alongside her ever-present family entourage. Looking somewhat disheveled after the moments of homelessness had taken their toll. And yet, their presence at such an event was a testament to resilience and an unspoken declaration that for this moment they too were part of something larger than life. Her mother, affectionately nicknamed Mamu, had become an unintended meme sensation with her exaggerated facial expressions captured candidly behind the stalls. The Seidel family, known more for their drama than their grandeur, found themselves the subject of amused chuckles and whispered whys. A day after her Comic-Con escapade began, Tofu returned to her roots, a TikTok livestream filled with all the candor and chaos her audience had come to expect. Her followers were poised, ready to delve into the reasons behind her trip and the whirlwind of emotions it left in its wake. "I had extra expenses I wasn't planning on having, but that happens," she shared candidly as viewers posted snarky comments about her financial follies and life choices.
I had enough to go to Comic-Con and also do what I needed to do, and I still have money. Not only that, I need to make a video for content creators. If you guys have any money that is still in TikTok, you need to take screenshots and document how much money TikTok has not paid you yet. Because TikTok is getting banned unless they sell on Sunday, or unless they get 1 million signatures. Rohana is asking for people to sign the petition to save TikTok. If you have money with TikTok, You need to take a screenshot. You need to document it, because if TikTok does not pay you, they have to pay you. The lady that does the TikTok shop, Amy Jackson, says she's about to lose out on $30,000. No, because TikTok has to pay you. If not, you have to sue them, because TikTok is supposed to pay you whatever money is left. I still have $180.
Her revelation that money still lingered in TikTok's clutches, sitting pretty at an unspent $180, sparked a flurry of advice and admonition alike. Take screenshots, they urged, their fingers frantic in the chat box. Amidst the clamor, Tofu's resilience shone through. With the autographs to gather, she pressed bravely onward, unfazed by the storm she'd conjured. I need to make a video for content creators, Tofu mused, already planning future projects. Secure your earnings before TikTok takes it away. Her rallying cry echoed across the chat, a call to arms for the digital age. As the livestream unfolded, Tofu faced her critics with feigned nonchalance. Don't tell me what to do with my money, she smirked. The truth was, everyone wanted to know, wanted to dissect the bruising journey of a woman striving for slice-of-life stability, a space where financial freedom and fandom met in amicable harmony. With dreams of autographs swirling and the scent of popcorn lingering, Tofu described her mission to procure signatures from celebrities old and new. Names from The Outsiders and Good Burger are on my list, she confided. It was a time not just for escapism, but also for connecting with pieces of popular culture that had nurtured her through the years. But beneath her jubilant surface, the whispers of critics persisted. Couldn't you spend this on a house instead? They chided. To this, Tofu responded with a sigh, a realization dawning, yet reigned in stubborn defiance. Life isn't just about stability, she reasoned, craving a balance of fun amidst the fight for financial freedom. When questioned about shelter versus splurge, Tofu elaborated on New Mexico's job market, a place where a full-time role paid no more than $600 a month, a figure frequently bemoaned, whether factual or exaggerated. Her followers, compassionate yet puzzled, persisted in prescriptive lines of questioning. Tofu leaned into empathetic audiences, explaining her predicament. I've helped my family more than people realize, she said, eyes focused unwaveringly on the camera. Her tale was not singular, it was the contest of aspiration and adversity, peppered with family allegiance and the unyielding pursuit of happiness.
So, tomorrow I'm gonna get autographs. There was a reason why I didn't get autographs today. We just walked around because, yeah, there was a reason. Get a house. With the money I get, I wouldn't have been able to afford a house. How do you suggest that I afford lights, electricity, and everything? Like, how would I be able to keep up payments? Especially for an apartment. We can't rent anymore. We cannot rent anymore. We can't do it. It's not feasible. But in the meantime, I could get some sort of shelter, which it's hard to find that sort of shelter. It's some sort of shelter that I have to get. Right now, I can't do that. It's a lot. It's hard to explain to people, and it's not hard. I'm not going to explain to people because people will not dox me, but it's none of anyone's business. I do need a place to start filming YouTube videos because I'm going to do Reddit stories. Just need some financial freedom and not a 9-to-5 job security. In New Mexico, the minimum wage, I would be making like $600 a month. That is not enough to live in an apartment, especially if my brother's also making that money because he has to put gas in his car.
Tofu's thoughts meandered toward housing woes, a frequent narrative refrain. Frustration simmered beneath her lively facade. You buy a house, and then there are property taxes. What gives? She grumbled, articulating the absurdities she perceived in homeownership. Yet, even in her lament, solutions seemed elusive. Tofu enticingly suggested a GoFundMe for utilities, a proposition met with online eye rolls and raised brows. Nevertheless, unwavering resolve twinkled in her gaze. "I'll find my way," she assured, undeterred by critics who doubted an outcome any different than defeat. In contemplating the shadowed road ahead, Tofu embraced her online community, the naysayers, the defenders, the casually curious. They were all woven into her tale, which she continually crafted and recrafted, steering through solace, cycles, and celebrity sightings at Comic-Con. As the night drew in on the final day of Comic-Con, Tofu's resolve to face whatever challenges lay ahead remained unbroken. She'd paid the price, financially, emotionally, and with the scrutinizing gaze of a digital age audience, but left real-world Comic-Con with memories etched indelibly in her heart. For Tofu, the path forward was uncertain, much like the winding halls of the convention that spanned fandoms and fantasy worlds. There, she had found refuge, if only briefly, and crafted new stories to tell. Somehow, someway, she mused as the stream concluded, "We'll get back to where we need to be." And in the pixelated chorus of her watchful audience, a peculiar harmony emerged, embracing the chaotic, ridiculous, and sometimes profound saga of Tophiachu. As Tofu's journey draws this narrative to a close, we leave her not in splendor, but in that singular space between aspiration and reality, where life's greatest adventures often unfold. Her story is a cautionary tale, a comedy, and a heartfelt pursuit told through the reflections of modern-day connectivity. From convention to conversations, Tofu's legacy endures. A narrative arc unwinding, a protagonist fit for the whimsical world of Comic-Con legends. As the bard once said, the play's the thing, and for Tophiachu, the stage is vast and waiting for her next unwritten act.